The breaking news from the Wall Street Journal is that the White House has not just been covering up the Epstein file. They, in fact, know for a fact that Donald Trump is in the actual files. He is there in the Epstein files, and I don't want to gloss over the fact that they were covering it up and that we all knew it, and they were doing a terrible, insulting job of it. But the fact that they combed through, hundreds of FBI officials, 24 hours a day, combed through looking for Donald Trump, which is already like the most suspicious thing they could have done. Like, why specifically is that the only thing that you cared about in the files? Is you have to find out everywhere that Donald Trump pops up. Well, we've known that. Now we know he's actually in there. And I guess maybe even more importantly, although the White House is still denying this, okay, and I have no doubt that they're going to sue the Wall Street Journal for $10 billion or whatever to try to hush this up, is that evidently there's a lot of people's names who appear in there, potentially hundreds of names, and I'm sure that a lot of them we won't know, and we'll require the Wall Street Journal, the Public Citizen, or whatever to dig into that and name them all. But I have no doubt that many of them will be politically connected. They'll be donors, some could be celebrities, others will be maybe elected politicians. And I just want to remind you, Pam Bondi told us, y'all don't need to know any of that. We're not going to let you know that Donald Trump is in there, even though we know it for a fact. We're not going to let you know about any of the others, even though we're not telling you. There's no list. There's nothing. It's boring. Nothing to see here. Except the exact opposite was true. There's evidently a ton of information in there. And you do not get to make the decision as the Trump regime that we're not going to release anything when you are obviously, explicitly protecting yourself. Even if it turns out that the references to Donald Trump aren't particularly bad, you don't get to hush up the entire thing and protect all of these people just so that you can protect Donald Trump. I mean, I'm stating that. I guess maybe they do actually get to do that. I don't want to live in that world. I don't want that to be what passes for justice. But right now, we also are in an interesting situation where the other breaking news of the morning was that the judge has denied the DOJ's request to release the grand jury testimony. What's interesting about that is that that was supposed to be the thing that buys us off. We'll give you that, but you won't get anything else. Well, now we don't get that. So, release all the files. You can do that. Donald Trump can do that. Pam Bondi can do that anytime they want. There's no judge that can stop them from doing that. If they don't do it, it's because they don't want to. It's because they're choosing not to. And they're choosing not to do it knowing that Donald Trump himself is apparently all over those files. So they find themselves once again in a very difficult position that makes them look incredibly shady. Let's see how they work themselves out of this. And we'll, of course, have more to say on the full Damage Report show live tomorrow.